Hey Saline, I'm Patrick Canavan.
And I'm Paxton Brown. This week on Hornet Nation, Patrick takes the ice in the segment In Their Shoes. We go more in depth with another Coach's Corner, and we take a look at a dedicated student athlete here at Saline.
Enough said, let's take a look. This week's show is brought to you by the Saline Area Soccer Association.
Are you ready for a fast-paced soccer opportunity? Coming this spring for ladies and gentlemen alike, you can take part in SASA's High School Rec League. This whole season is dedicated to hard work, fun, and even tournament play. For more information, go online to salinesoccer.org. The deadline to register is February 25th.
Once again, if you are interested in joining the Rec Soccer League, go to salinesoccer.org for more info.
Up next, I take it to the rink where I get put on thin ice as I'm challenged to do a breakaway competition against the hockey team and another segment of In Their Shoes.
I hope this one went better than the field goal competition for football.
You'll just have to watch and find out. Hi, I'm Patrick Canavan and I don't play hockey, but today I'm heading over to the Cube to take on the varsity hockey team. Come take a look. First off, Coach Denson got me geared up and ready to go, then took me to see an inside look at a Hornet practice. Then it was my turn. I took the ice with Owen Helber, Ethan Pites, and Scott Thomas in goal to see how I would compare.
I'm Owen Helber.
I'm Scott Thomas. I'm Ethan Pites.
And Patrick, you've been in our shoes.
As you saw, I was nothing compared to the other guys. I could barely control the puck myself, and I never even made it close to the net. And as always, I'm Patrick Canavan. Back to you.
So, did you learn anything?
Well, first off, I learned I'm not as good of a skater as I thought I was. I could barely control the puck, and I never made it to the goal half the time.
Any stats?
Well, basically, if you look at their last game, it sums up a whole lot for the team and for the three guys I worked with. Scott Thomas in goal, barely lets in any shots. And the top two scorers on the team, Owen Helber and Ethan Pites, fantastic.
Nice. So what's next?
I'm not sure, but I think it's time to pin it down and take on wrestling.
Good luck.
Thanks. Speaking of hockey, the team demolished the Chelsea Bulldogs 7-2. Wrestling had a double duel where they pinned down both Dexter and Monroe with a score of 70-54 to 23.
Gymnastics took on the Adrian Maples, defeating them with a score of 137 to 92. Lastly, the boys swim and dive team dove headfirst into a meet against the Adrian Maples as well. They won with a score of 146 to 37.
Up next, we take it down to the varsity locker room, where I sat down with the girls' varsity basketball coach, Jeff Waltz, in this segment of Coach's Corner. Hi, I'm Patrick Canavan, and I'm here with Coach Waltz of the girls' basketball team. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking.
Good.
So first off, how's the team doing?
The team is getting better every day we're out there. We started a little bit slow. We played some really good teams at the beginning of the year. But we've actually won 4 of our last 5. We've crawled all the way back to 500, and we've got some winnable games on our schedule coming up. So we are very encouraged as a coaching staff, and our players are starting to see it come together now, and so we're primed for a run here. I can feel it.
All right, all right. Now, as a team, is there anything specifically that you need to work on?
You know, that's kind of been one of our mottos all year long, is we try to improve every facet of the game every day we come to practice. But offensively, we're probably a little bit behind our defensive effort right now. And so continually working on getting the ball into the lane and being able to kick it out to shooters, creating good space for each other on offense are things that we always try to work on every day. And so I think our offensive game can continue to use a little bit of work and continue to get better.
Any goals for the season?
We want to continue to improve. Okay, we want to be playing our best basketball at the end of the season and continue to work towards that goal. We want to win as many games as we can during the season, but ultimately we're trying to chase some sort of championship, whether it's an SEC championship or a district championship. That's what we want to do.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And as always, I'm Patrick Canavan. Back to you.
Thanks again, Coach.
Next, a student athlete tells us her story about how an injury affected her season. Here's Max with more.
High school athletes have to deal with so much: practice, school, work, responsibilities, and an injury can complicate everything they do. Senior varsity volleyball mid-hitter Hanna knows this struggle. Over half of injuries happen during practices.
We were warming up for a volleyball game, and we were blocking, and I went up to block, and I came down, and I landed wrong, and I dislocated my kneecap.
Sprains and strains, knee injuries, dislocations, and fractures are some of the most common injuries teenagers might face.
Started going to physical therapy, and originally my knee was huge. It was very swollen, so a lot of physical therapy was sitting on a bench and icing it. And we also did this thing called stim, which is basically they hook you up to a machine and there's electrodes, and they're trying to get your muscle around your knee to work again, because with the swelling I wasn't able to walk on my knee, so my muscle got a lot smaller. So, and then we worked on building that muscle back up, so getting stronger with weights and exercises, and now I'm back into jumping and running a lot more, so we're getting close to the end of my rehab.
Knee injuries have one of the longest recovery times.
They told me that I could get surgery on my knee, and I wouldn't have to worry about re-injuring it ever again, but it would have been a 6-month recovery, and that's a really long time, and it would have not allowed me to play in my club season. And this club season is really important because it's when most girls get recruited to play volleyball in college.
While Hanna was recovering from her injury, her team managed to fight their way to the MHSAA District Championship, but unfortunately lost to Bedford in the last game. Hanna continues to have a quick recovery and will be ready for the upcoming club season.
It's honestly so incredible that she's sticking through this injury so she can stay with her favorite sport.
It's something I could probably never do.
Same here. Well, that's all for this show. I'm Paxton Brown.
And as always, I'm Patrick Canavan. See you next time, Saline. Hornet Nation, your ticket to Saline High School sports.